Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome back to Hex Token channel, second live stream of the day. Man, do we love Pulsechain, Pulsex, and X or what? I think we do. We're going to get into it though, folks. We got an exciting session. Maximus continues to drop alpha to us, and of course, we love it. Bomb after bomb. We are enjoying it. And of course, we're going to get into a lot of that stuff, folks. Obviously, if you haven't heard the big news, we're going to talk about that later, which is that the Perpetuals will have staking earlier than later. So before the end of the launch phase for the team of Perpetuals, we're going to have the staking for the Perpetuals, the base trio, Lucky and Dicky. We're going to get into all of that. Stay tuned for the official announcement. We're going to replay that on this channel. It came out a couple of hours ago, so it's a lot of fun. Now here we are going to get into day 7, the first week of the launch phase for Team and Perpetuals, which is 21 days, probably just over 21 days, but 21 days. And of course, we're going to see day 7 results here at the moment. So get into there, folks. Get into the chat, say hello. If you haven't subscribed, smash subscribe, hit the like, hit the bell. And I think we may have hit 700 followers in the old Discord. So we're going to check that out later on too. We keep growing, and of course, you guys make it possible. So a big shout out. All right, cool. Now we're going to get into some of the comments. We got people in the house there. Hex Hoddle in the house there. Has it been 5 hours already? Time flies. It does, Hex Hoddle. It does indeed. Bloodfish King as well as possible. Ready for Perpetuals. Yeah, that's right. Be ready. It's available now, so people can get into that. Big welcome from Hex Token as well. Now talking about the wait token, yeah, whoever waits the longest splits the remainder of the unclaimed tokens in addition to the hourly ones for the wait token. That's right. So every day you're not claiming, you're getting wait tokens every hour per sacrifice per wallet. It really does add up to a lot, and of course you will get a share of the unclaimed tokens as well. So that's pretty cool. Now Briz is in our house there. Let's go. Hey, good to see you, Briz, in nice and early for the afternoon session, and always great to see Briz in the house there. Astro says, "Let's go, family." Absolutely, let's go, family. James Bond in the house with the emoji, smashes them out of the park. Pretty awesome. I did my sprints, and I did actually short sprints. I haven't done that. I've done walking and short sprints today. That's part of the fitness regime there. Z says, let's go. Let's jump into the Perpetuals already, says Z. I like it. We're going to get into the day 7 results first. There's Z. HDU's in the house there. Shout out to Jimmy in Australia. On board with him into Hex. Well done. Nice one, Jimmy. I hope he's coming to Hex Token channel to subscribe. And I look forward to Jimmy, man. Spread the word in Aussie land because that's how we like to go. Pulse Unity says, let's go. Hey, look, Australia just voted in the Labor government, so you're going to need some good crypto just to make you feel better after they finish with your country. But never mind. This is a crypto channel. Let's get into it. Day 7. We've got the results hot off the press here. And, of course, Golki's been posting these. We've got the base trio, Lucky and Decky there. These are the results of the Hex pool. And, of course, we're going to put those into our spreadsheet. Voila. Bam. It's already been done. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. It's here. We've done it already. It's all day 7. There we are. We've got the day 7 results there. I think I might need to put the old view on here. Let's do the old freeze guides. Let's do up to row 1, first column. Let's do first column, and we can slide along there. Isn't that nice? Isn't that cool? Let's slide along there. Let's try to do this one here. Let me do that. There we are. That's right. We're going to slide along, and of course we're going to come to day 7 results. Woo! So they're hot off the press, and of course there we are. 12.88 was in the base. 12.65 in Trio, 11.87 in Lucky, 49.98 in Decimus. Amazing, the 10-year stakes there. These are the staking pools. Obviously, you're going to have massive gas savings. You're going to have a bigger pays better. You're going to have optionality and potential to enter liquidity pools. And now, folks, we're going to talk about it soon, but you're going to be able to stake these as well. Oh, my gosh, this team is so full alpha. Scarcity amongst the perpetual ownership tokens. Get out of here. Yes, sirree. That's what we got there. 87.3, almost 87.4 million at the snapshot for day 7. Pretty exciting with 9,266 T-shares. Pretty epic. Now, on Team, of course, Team has been performing like a boss there. 31.35 million is the team. Amazing. And 22.82 million staked, 8.53 liquid. So that's about 73% stake there. The other thing, of course, is, they don't have the burn, but we're going to talk about that soon. Anyway, I plugged those all into the spreadsheet. So here we are, 87.4 million on day 7. That is 14.6% of all maxi. That's 14%. I jumped ahead there. That's 14.6 million. That's 14.6% of the target of 600 million Hex. Let me rephrase that. Whew, got that out. My goodness. All right, so we're at the 14.6% in week 1. We got 2 weeks to go maybe a few hours extra. 2 weeks to go to get that 600 million target. That's like the base target. We want to get that 600 million. And of course, it's not allocated evenly though, but we are getting it up on the Decimus there, looking pretty good. So 12.9 million on the base. That's the 1 year perpetual. 12.7 million in total for the trio. That's the 3 year staking perpetual, and the lucky there, 11.9 million hex has gone into there. And of course, the Decimus there, basically 49.98 million there. So almost 50 million. Big tease, big tease. We're going to check out the current results at the moment. 87.4 million, 14.6 million of our 600 million target. That's pretty cool. So we're assuming 150 million each times 4, that's 600 million. That's kind of our proxy target for the bigger pays better. That being said, of course, it's not evenly allocated at the stage. Now, not surprising because of the APY there. But anyway, let's have a look at the team token, 31.4 million. And of course, the share of that is 10.7% of all Maxi is now in the team minting wallet. That's pretty awesome. And of course, let's have a look at the deltas. Delta just basically means change over the previous day. A base increase by 700,000 hex, trio by 600,000, lucky by 500,000, and a Decimus by 1.8 million there. And of course, that's a total of 3.6 million increase for the day. Yesterday, of course, was huge at 12.3. We had massive amount going into Decimus, and of course, 1.5, 1.7 of the base and trio, possibly maybe related to the Las Vegas people coming back and things like that, possibly. But there we are. That's what we ended up in. Today, of course, up 2.9 million in the team. Really big day. And of course, I think bigger, brighter things are coming in the next 2 weeks. Stay tuned for that. So that's pretty awesome. Now let's have a look at the current results. Before we do that, let's get rid of this big fat comment that I left on the screen there. Z says, hit the like. This show is going to be great. Yes, it is, Z. It's going to be awesome. And we'll just start off with a lot of fun as well. Brazology is like the oxygen. He's everywhere, says Wookie. That is true. Brazology is everywhere. All right, so let's get into it, folks. We've got a few other things to talk about. Now, I'm just trying to think what order I want to do that. So let's jump over to the real-time results now. So that was week 7. Week number 1, day 7. Let's have a look at the current results. We're now on day 8. So we're going to refresh this and get into it. So we're now at 12.89. So we've jumped up there. Let me just scroll this over to the left here so you can see 12.89. So we're still pretty much similar there. 12.65. That looks pretty similar there. And of course, 12.07. So this is new. So Lucky has gone over 12 million from our snapshot earlier today. We're at 11.9. So Lucky, which is a 7-year one. People are underestimating this one, I think. This is coming out before all the 10-year stakes are coming out in 2030. And that could bode very well for the price appreciation. So that's a very interesting angle. And it's got, obviously, the high APY with the longer staking period. So that's pretty cool. Sitting at 1,245 T-shares here. That's pretty cool. So that's in dolphin status. And Decimus is not far away from shark status, is it? 10,000 T-shares. I think we're around about that mark. So Decimus there, yeah, looking good. And Decimus, of course, covered over, finally crossed. We're sitting at 49.98 on day 7. We're now into day 8, and we're already up to 50.53 million. So very, very nice. Obviously, we're up to now 88,145,000 in total now. So heading up towards the 100 million mark. That'll be a first milestone. Going to be really, really fun. Now, obviously, 9,359 T-shares in total. Very cool. Obviously, with the share rate going up yesterday, just a little bit less than otherwise would be with that 3% increase. We've got the team minting at the moment, 31.39. Obviously, at the snapshot there, we had 31.4. So we're already gone up. Well, that's pretty much the same. The staking is the same, and the liquid is the same there. But the maxi there allocation, we've got that information. So 6.28 million now going to burn, which is just tremendous result. And of course, if we put that into our calculator, I think it's this one here. No, is it this one? Let's see, on employer, blah, blah, blah. We got that one there. I think we got that one. So let's go and put 6.28, 6.28 there. So 6.28. I think that's going to give us our number. Yeah, 2.1% of the burn at the moment. That's really, really cool. And of course, the adjusted reward there currently, the 369 Maxi rebate reward. Remember, this is one of the 4 rewards going into the Team DAO rewards. 9.42 million there. So 9.442. So 942. So that's looking pretty good. So up to 3.2. And of course, that would give us a circulating supply of about 277.6 million. And we've got 2 weeks to go, folks. It's going to be absolutely awesome. And of course, the reduction in total supply there down to 94.6 million. You got to remember that a lot of this stuff here won't come out for 3 years, 6 years, and 9 years. So it's effectively kind of off the market, at least for a few years, right? So it's pretty exciting. All right, cool. Let's jump over to that's some of the highlights there. Let's have a quick look at the Maxi wallet on the Block Explorer. Obviously, we've got 293.3 million Maxi in total. Hey, we've actually had a little bit of a jump in holders. That's the first time I've seen that for a few days. So obviously, it's been decreasing as people have been minting their team. This is the team wallet. And, of course, I'm going to refresh it one more time. Yeah, we're at 31.4 million in Maxi in there now, like a boss. And you can see all the people minting, 10,000 minting there, 6 minutes, 2 minutes ago, 6 minutes, 43 minutes, just minting away, minting the team with their Maxi. So a lot of small players going in there. But, of course, we have had big players too. We get this 100,000 here, 9 hours and 45 minutes ago was probably the largest one there. 100,000 went in there. They did a split strategy. We talked about that in the first live stream. So some pretty cool stuff happening there. But let's have a look at some of the actual numbers here. I've downloaded that file for the team. So I've downloaded this file here. You just have to download the CSV file there. And I've put it into the spreadsheet here and here. So I've got all the data there. And now I've just summed it up into wallets to see what the wallets are. So I had to group the transactions by wallets. And, of course, we've got the Maxi here. Let me just make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. I'll make that a 16. So 16 there. We've got 3 wallets so far that put over 1 million. Very nice. 3 wallets over 1 million there. We're going to probably see a lot more of those because we've got a lot of wallets. And, of course, let's get out of here and go and check the holders on Maxi to see what sort of wallet holders there are. But we've got a lot of wallets here sitting with 4.4 million, 3.3, etc., controlling 1% of the supply. We've got a couple of wallets holding 1% or more. We've got lots of whales in Maxi. So it's early days, folks, early days for that. And, of course, we've got quite a few here that have done over 500,000. So we've got there, 6 wallets done over 500,000 here. We've got between 250. We've got, probably a dozen there have done 250 and so forth. So in between 250 and 100K, quite a few in there too. They've done a lot. So I haven't done the counts on there. Maybe I just switch the count. Count of 55. Yeah, so we've got the count of 55. Their average 141,000. And of course, 55 people have done over 100,000 between that and 250. So pretty impressive numbers. They're all up. And what's our total numbers here? Total numbers of the wallets. We've got, let's go scroll down. Continuing to scroll there. I don't want to go too far. Probably should just use this quick search keys, but nevertheless, we're going down. We're going down. All right, so we've got 1,131. 1,131 people have so far sent different wallets from different wallets. So 1,131 is the number of people who participated so far, which is not too bad, right? That's not too bad, given the fact that we've got 5,532 approximately, obviously plus or minus, but that's about 20%. 20% in there that have participated from the looks of it. So let's have a look here and see what we've got 2 more weeks to go. See whether we get up to, 50%. Maybe 50% will participate. Seems like a reasonable notion. Let me know in the chat what you think about that. So far, about 20% have participated there. Cool. Let's have a look at our snapshot that we did on the 10th of September. And, of course, we can see that breakdown. We're going to compare this in the future and see where we end up. But, the Million Club there, we've had 3 people in the Million Club so far participate, right? So we just saw that, and that's pretty huge. So looking good. That's our main group there. They control almost 30% of the Maxi supply in the Million Club. We're going to see what a lot of those players do. I suspect they're going to wait mostly to the end. So expect we could have a very huge finish. And of course, now we've got the launch of the diamond hands with the perpetuals. That could really entice even more whales that would have otherwise gone in by the end there. So that's kind of the next big thing is the launch of the diamond hand. So we're going to get into that. We're going to get in the second part of Maximus. That is the update for week number 1, day 7, and the live results. Also, a bit of a deep dive into some of the players that have been moving into the Maxi and into team transferring their Maxi in. So let's get into the next round, of course, which is huge news. Staking for the perpetuals. It's going to be absolutely awesome. So we've got a couple more comments in there. Katie says, very nice. That's true. Par Excellence, man. It's been a while. G'day all. Good to see Par Excellence. And DB Cooper as well. Dessert when Moon launched to Pulsechain, sir. One day closer, DB. One day closer. UFO has also landed. Go Suit Man. Hey, good to see it. UFO and Matt and Barley as well. How do you all? Hope the dog's doing well on the beach there, Matt. Good to see you in the house there. So let's get into the second part of Maximus. This is super exciting. And, of course, we're going to hear from the team themselves. Let's go.
All right, guys. We are dropping Maximus Diamond Hands. Showcase the strength of your diamond hands and time lock your Maximus Perpetual tokens to amplify your earnings. It's a very, very simple product. How it works, you choose the amount you want to lock in, you lock it in, and at the end, you can claim tokens. So why would you do this? And what type of rewards are you looking at? So very simple rewards, early unlock penalties, and this amount has yet to be determined. But essentially, if you, a lot like staking Hex, but not, it's going to be different as far as what that looks like. And then direct airdrops. So if someone were to, out of the goodness of their heart, send Maxi or Team or a list of other tokens to a Diamond Hands, the Diamond Hands contract, that would be distributed to Diamond Hands, the Diamond Hands. So next steps, our goal is to launch this before the end of this. Actually, we have to launch it before the end of this. So how you prepare for that is mint perpetual pool tokens. This is exclusively for those holders. And then, as I mentioned, the penalty amount has yet to be determined, and we really want to get the community involved and hear what people want from this. So if you're a perpetual holder, we invite you to collaborate with us and determine what that looks like. So yeah, that's Diamond Hands.
Yeah, it's what we're really excited about is that this is a way for people that are in the perpetuals as an alternative to staking solo. So people that they don't really plan on selling at any point. They're planning on holding till redemption at least. This lets you effectively do that, lock your funds in the contract, and then you earn from people that locked in, but then for whatever reason, maybe there's a really high premium they wanted to sell into, maybe they needed cash for something, maybe there's a big discount and they had to and they panic sold. Whatever the case may be of why someone would early unlock, those early unlock penalties are just redistributed to the people that maintain their position in the Diamond Hands contract.
And one thing I do want to point out that I didn't mention in this, this is completely optional. You have complete freedom if you want to join this to, for the opportunity to amplify your yield, you can do that. But if you want to just hold liquid and hold the perpetual tokens, you're absolutely able to do that. So this is completely optional lock-in, time locking.
Yeah. Fully opt in. And it's very similar. It's basically a fork of the team staking and the team stake a reward distribution contract, where it's not every year, it's for the length of each pool. So if you join the trio Diamond Hands game, you're committing to lock in till the third year. If you're joining Lucky, you're committing to hold through all 7 years, Desi all 10 years. It's a big commitment, but it's just like the team staking where you have to start your stake before the staking period. And then you have to hold your Diamond Hands lockup until the end to claim the rewards. And then similarly, you don't automatically roll into the next cycle's Diamond Hands. You have to, at any time during the current one, you can commit to the next one. So it as most of you already know how the team staking works, the Diamond Hands staking is going to be just like that, but for each pool.
Yeah.
We're really excited about what this does. It introduces, I think, a lot of new game theory to this, you know, between the premiums and how people hold and the early end stake, and then what this gives the people that demonstrate their diamond hands and hold all the way throughout, it's a way just to boost your earnings. Because if you were to earn, say you had, just say for example, 1,000 trio, and then you join the diamond hands pool, and then at the end of the diamond hands pool you can claim 10 trio, and then maybe, you know, maxi team, or, you know, whatever that anyone may have, just, you know, as a way to try to encourage people to join the pools. Maybe they just want, you know, team members are welcomed to invite people to the pools by incentivizing them through these diamond hand airdrops. So all those earnings that they get, it's just like boosted earnings to the perpetual pool position. So, you know, if you started with 1,000 trio and you went through diamond hands and ended up with 1,000, and, you know, say 1,100 trio, then from your perspective, it's basically as if you minted your trio for 0.9 hex, because you got 10% more.
So that's going to be huge for perpetuals, particularly people with diamond hands that want to stake out the length of the perpetuals. So the base would be 1 year, the trio 3 years, the lucky 7 years, and the decimus there 10 years. So you'd have to diamond hand yourself out to there. But hey, look, could be particularly lucrative is my guess, in addition to the staking pools itself. And they could actually be particularly lucrative. I think this is pretty good for the diamond hands. And of course, this may actually boost quite a bit of stuff happening in the base trio and lucky, particularly. Well, obviously, we saw 50 million go into decimus, and of course, that could be huge. But maybe some of the airdrops into the base trio and lucky could be particularly lucrative. So it's going to be pretty fun. Now, obviously, it's a mystery there. We know they're going to work out what is the penalty for if you decide to early in-stake that and get penalized. That will go back to the rest of the people with the diamond hands. But of course, if you there's going to be the other reward, the mystery reward, and who knows what that's going to be. But of course, we're going to speculate on this channel because that's what we do. All right, let's get on there. And of course, we're going to go back to our old presentation that we have on Maximus, and let's get into it. So big shout out to obviously Maximus team, Gold Key and Dipcatcher, huge gamification. And of course, it's so good to see staking perpetuals so early. Big shout out to them for that. Now, Dipcatcher will be designing that contract, or just upgrading the contract to have it launch before the end of the 21 days. And he's going to be working on that tomorrow. He's going to be live streaming all day, so catch him on that one. So it'll be a lot of fun. See him build out that contract for the perpetuals diamond hand staking. So it's going to be cool. And of course, get community input into the appropriate penalty for emergency end stakers as well. So two really cool benefits in addition to staking pools for the perpetuals. For those who choose to be diamond hands, they will get potentially rewarded and the penalties, and of course mysterious airdrops. But we're going to speculate about the mysterious airdrops here. Of course, we got the team minting here. This is how it's going to work. Remember, people put their maxi in, and at the moment they have put a lot of maxi in. They have put 31. Let's refresh. Let's get the latest and greatest. They put 31,410,000 maxi into the team so far. That's how much maxi is in here. Over 31 million. So we're going to get that. And of course, 20% is going to be burned. And that's pretty juicy. We know that already. It's going to be 6.28 million is going to be burned there. And of course, 30% is going into the 369 reward for the team stakers, which is pretty nice. And of course, we know that is 9.42 million maxi at the moment, given out in year 3, 6, and 9 at 1, 6, 2, 6, and 3, 6. I think it is. That's the rate there. And of course, number 3 there, the mystery box will get 50%. Now, interesting, the mystery box there. Obviously, now we have 2 staking pools. We have a team DAO staking, which will benefit from the growth of the Maximus ecosystem, more products, more tokens, or anything else that they have in store for the roadmap going forward. It's going to grow with the ecosystem. Particularly, it could be a very incredibly lucrative DAO token as the team token. But of course, the mystery box holds 50% of the maxi as well, so it becomes a juggernaut. And of course, a bit like the hedge on deploy. But I think the mystery box could become, in terms of benefits to the stakers, even more powerful than some of the other ones. So I won't go any further with that. But we got the team token. So we get for one maxi goes in, we get 1 team supply. But of course, then we get a doubling of the team supply, because the mystery box also, not only does it get 50% of the Maxi, but it gets 100%. It gets a copy of the team token as well. So it's got these benefits in there. It's got the Maxi. It's got the team. And at the moment, the amount that it's getting for the mystery box is 15.7 million Maxi in it. So it's got a lot of Maxi it can give out if it wanted to, if it's benevolent. Obviously, no expectations. That's the whole point. But I'm going to speculate and say, let's say it's now got the team stakers and now it's got the perpetual diamond hand stakers, but it has rewards it could give out if it so chooses, and that could be a mysterious drop. So we got that 50%, and that could go to now to team stakers, or it could go to diamond hands. And of course, that could make them a pretty lucrative benefit, because obviously the Maxi is getting scarcer on the market. We've got the 20% burn, the 369, and of course the mystery box there as well. So it's going to be fun to see that play out. The other thing, of course, is that we've still got 2 weeks to go. So how big are these pools going to get? It's going to be absolutely exciting. And of course, that could make it very lucrative into the rewards. So how that's going to be allocated, who knows? It's a mystery. But yeah, between the perpetual pools, it's going to be fun to see. Now, the other thing, of course, is it's going to be pretty exciting. And with the team staking and burning for team benefits, the team's going to get the 369 rewards. And of course, that's going to be, allocated in year 3, 6, and 9. And of course, then we're going to get the bigger pays better 50% bonus. And of course, that's going to happen at the maturity of every perpetual. 3 yearly, 3 years, 7 years, 10 years. And of course, on top of that, it's going to get other tokens. It's going to get the Hedron, of course. We'll just jump past the penalties, but Hedron, it's going to get that and of the perpetuals, and it could get other tokens as well, Maxi, and other stuff as like that. So remember, the mystery box, one of the limitations of the mystery box is that it can't actually stake in the first year. And so you've got Maxi and team in that wallet of huge proportions. And of course, the perpetuals, I don't know, perpetuals could end up getting airdrops and team token and become down entitlements as well. So not only could they get Maxi, the speculating, of course, if the mystery box decides to do that, but that's where your tokens are coming from, right? Now, obviously, in year 2, the mystery box could start staking, and it could start earning, earning Hex and Hedron too, and have 4 tokens in it. It could start doing that. It might do it to a modest degree, so it doesn't impact the rest of the ecosystem too much. But that's definitely possible. It could also possibly have other currencies in there as well. New products could end up linking into Acosa and other things like that. Stable coins. It could have new product developments. Obviously, the ecosystem can go into different directions, all benefiting the whole ecosystem. So it's going to be fun to see that play out. Let me know in the chat there some of the things that you think might end up being used happening in speculation. So get there and speculate on that one. That's pretty cool. So how's the Maxi price responded? Well, straight out of the gate, had a big volume candle in here, come in here into the Maxi price, and it's gone up pretty hardcore. So it's looking pretty good. UFO says the mystery box may contain the diamond airdrops. It may do, UFO. Diamond airdrops, very tasty, says UFO. They could be particularly tasty. And some people may look in the future and go, oh, whoa, I've missed that opportunity. I think they could be particularly good. And maybe proportionally, they could be superior to, say, even possible benevolence from, say, the Hedron deployer. The Hedron deployer seems to have done 3 things so far that I can see. Let me know if I've missed anything. They seem to have burned 1 million Maxi, which has helped the Maxi supply, reduce that from 294.3 million down to 293.3 million. Number 2, they've also put in liquidity into the Hedron Hex pairs. They've used Hex for that and Hedron for that. And number 3, it looks like they've sent, I don't know, probably $700,000, $800,000 out to Coinbase from the US dollar supply. So that looks like that's probably, maybe that's an entrepreneurial fee, but that's definitely gone somewhere. So it's done certain things, some things that are obviously benevolent, other things that are potentially, profit sharing to the founder. But we that's kind of what that's done. But this one could be absolutely super beneficiary to the staking pool. So it's looking pretty exciting. So that's some of the speculation I have. Let me know in the chat there if you've got any ideas around that too. Hexodal says, I think it's still 11,000 and pray or deeper and everything. Yet prior to the Pulse launch is Hexodal. Well, that's still on the horizon, Hexodal. we're probably looking, in my view, September, October, November for that kind of thing. We've still got a window opportunity, at least for a couple more days to the 15th. And then, of course, the whole environment could change pretty dramatically after the 15th. That's kind of my view, being consistent with that. At the moment, of course, we had a nice little pump in the price here, up to 8.6 cents. And, of course, let's have a look at the premium there. Oh, it's not showing the premium. Where's the premium gone? Have I got the wrong chart up? Maybe I have. Let's go back to the quad charts here. I've got the premium on this one. So let's go to this one. We had a nice little pump there, little big volume candle come out straight with the news. And, of course, maybe the news is still spreading. Only just came out a couple of hours ago. So we're at 2.13. We got up to almost 2.15 premium over Hex at the moment. I think things are just warming up, folks. 2 weeks to go. And once this news spreads, we're going to see some fun things happen, as well as in the perpetuals there too. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially after tomorrow, after the contracts. People learn more about them over the next 48 hours. It's going to be really, really fun. So obviously, if you're in the team token, you spread the word about the perpetuals, about the diamond hands. It's going to be epic. And of course, let's get that Hex into the staking pools up to 600,000. Spread the word around the ETH gas fee savings as well. It's particularly dramatic for smaller retail holders because of the unknown ETH fees and far out. Obviously, the S-load function has to loop around through the Hex contract every day through reward pool, and that's what cost a lot of money, especially when it's been going up several times. I think it's gone up like 8 times or something like that, and that's one of the issues as well. So these staking pools really help to deal with that, particularly with smaller retail players. But the premium, of course, upside has been enticing for larger players as well. So we've got Hex currently at 4 cents, so it's nice to be back over 4 cents. We're sitting just about 3.9 cents, almost at 4.1 cents there. And, of course, we've got the premium of Maxi up at 2.14. Now, obviously, we had the markets absolutely booming with BTC was over 22K before, and Ethereum there at 17.28, obviously down 2%. But we do have maybe 3 or 4 days away until the merge. So we're waiting for that to happen. And we're going to have, obviously, proof of stake on Ethereum. It's probably going to go through relatively smoothly since they seem to have, as I said, give that update the other day, seem to have done plenty of pre-testing, ironed out any issues, and hopefully that should be pretty smooth when they go to full proof of stake. It's going to be a big day. Now, obviously, let's have a look at Hedron. Hedron here is at 3,919. So that's nice to see that move up. I think what we were down at 3.8 in the first live stream. So a nice little bit of improvement there. We're going to have a look at the Acosa DApp and see where the staking at. We've got 55.4 billion points in the staking Acosa. Now, obviously, when you stake Acosa, you earn Hedron and Acosa. And so that's pretty cool. The Acosa, of course, based on get this the right way around. Is based on the Hedron burn divided by the share rate. Pretty sure that's what remember. Just got a memory block there for a second. And of course, that's with the share rate jump yesterday. Obviously, that's reduced the inflation, but of course, it's probably positive on the price over the long run with the lower inflation rate there. Hedron, of course, at 104,000. Hedron staking 104,382 T points. It's up to it's quite a bit there. It's up 2,000 trillion points there since last time we looked at it was at 102. And of course, the Hex Godwell apparently has done about 5 trillion at least. I'm aware of in the staking pool there. Watts is of course down to 22,039. I think we started off at what 22,063. I think it was 3. I don't think it was 6463 there. So that's down a few. And I think we had a big burn yesterday. 12 of them got burned for about $3,000 or so. So there we are. Where people are burning them. Last man standing. Are they crazy, these people? I think they're pretty crazy, to be honest. I'd just be sitting on that Wattses and just keep earning it. That's what you should be doing. But hey, some people, it's to your benefit, right? If they're burning, you don't care. It's what you care about is the fact that you're accumulating larger proportional volumes there, hopefully over time, especially with November coming up. That's a big payday there. All right, so we're going to see massive burn in November. You watch it. It's going to be cool. So those are some of the staking numbers. And, of course, we've got the Ether there at we've got Acosa, in the actual blockchain. So what did I say about the staking points? We had 55.41 billion staking Acosa, and of course in here We've got 747,213 is in the total supply. Obviously, when you stake Acosa, the Acosa gets burned. And of course, we have to go down to the contract to see how much is staked. So we're going to go down to function 18 on the contract. And we can see that 12,876,000 is staked at the moment. So 12.876, which is staked, so 12.8 million there, plus the 0.747, 747,000. So we've got 13.62 million, 13.62 million, so 13,623,000 Acosa currently in the market pretty much, but obviously most of it's staked. That's pretty cool. Let's have a look at Hedron there, and we're going to refresh this. We've got almost 108 trillion Hedron in total supply. That's insane. The membrane, 22,317 holders. And of course, that equates to, with Hedron, it doesn't get burned. It just goes into the staking wallet. We've got 24.5 trillion Hedron staked here, which is around 22.75% of the Hedron there. So that's looking pretty good. So very cool. That is the Hedron. The We Are All Say, we talked about that, down to 22.39. I think, don't know if we've got the transfers, probably have the burn, if there's been burns showing on the burn transactions. It's probably a little while ago now that we had it, so it's probably too far to find, but we've probably got some burns in there somewhere. Let's finally look at the Hedron deployer. Like a boss is the Hedron deployer. Yeah, it's sitting on about 16.5 million. Remember, it got to a high of about 24 million or something like that. Obviously, it's not going to quite get that high because the Hedron deployer, whoever owns it, I don't know, you guys guess, but it's taken out some US dollars there as well. So on the Hedron there, we've got 2.3 trillion Hedron. And of course, we saw it remove. Actually, I'm going to go to the US dollars. I'm going to go to the Hex, actually. We saw it take out Hedron there. So it's got 2.3 trillion Hedron. It's got $2.8 million. This has gone down by about something like 800,000 or something. It's been moved to Coinbase. The Hex there has got 69 million Hex in it, worth 2.8 million. And of course, if we check into this, we can actually see that it has done 2 liquidity adds there 8 days ago, 5 days. And of course, that was 10 million Hex there. So that would put it up at 79, basically close to 80 million there as well. Now, the question is, will we see much of any of this go into the team, to the Perpetuals? And will we see much of the Maxi? It's also got a lot of Maxi. It's got 1 million in DAI stable, but it's got a million. It's got a lot of Maxi. It's the number 2 whale in Maxi. It's got 27 million. Will we see some of that go into the team? Maybe some sort of split strategy, or will it do nothing? We'll find out. So going to be cool to see. There's the Hedron deployer. Woohoo! Representing. Very nice, as we said. Very nice. All right, let's jump out of there. Bam, 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 bam. And we're going to get into the charts here. So this is Hedron. So we've got Hex looking a bit better. At least we've got a green candle on the Hex there, 4.055 cents. Hedron at 2.14 premium. I'm suspecting this is probably going to go up over the next 2 weeks. This is the main play for me over the next 2 weeks there. We've got Acosa at $1.22, and we've got Hedron at 3,919, looking better. Let's jump over to the BNB meme coins and check some of that out. Pulse Dogecoin. Now, BNB's had a good day in the office, right? You guys, we talked about this in the first live stream. They've actually been doing pretty well. Pulse Doge, they're having a particular good day there. Up over half a penny now. Was down under 4 tenths of a penny. Is now above that. So actually having a good day. We'll continue to watch that. And of course, I think they've been a bit more active on Twitter, I think. At least I thought they hadn't been quiet for a long time. So they've been a bit busier there. P33 was having a bit of a nice go there. Jumped from 8.4 over a couple of days, getting up to 11.5, back down to 10.6 there at the moment. But that's, they're having better days, these charts on the BNB. Pulse Internet Money Wallet, that is not doing too good there. It's down at 7,500, but not much to see there at the moment. But good turnaround in quick order. Let's get to the airdrops, and of course, actually, the talk of the town's actually been the weight token here. The weight token here, people have started claiming today. I know a couple of people have been telling me, "Oh, claim my weight today." Probably following our live stream this morning when it pumped to 1 cent. That might be a wise decision. Who knows? But as Hex says, people are waiting. You get more weight per day that you wait. And of course, the other thing, you get the stuff that's not claimed as well. It's going to be fun to see this. Now, we checked it earlier today. What did I say? Was it 70 million or was it 80 million? Something like that, 70 million in supply that had been minted, and probably about 1.2 billion has been accrued in total. So most people have not minted about 6% or so. But that means scarcity, right? That kind of means scarcity. There's only like 70 million out there. And at the moment, it's had a nice little bit of volume come in. It's lifted from 0.5 cent up to 1 cent. So it's a pretty nice gain there. And that's tempted some people into selling. And of course, buying either Maxi or Hex or something like that. So people have, if they've got enough gains in there, they've been able to do that. If you've done all the sacrifices, for example, Pulsechain, Pulsex, liquid loans, internet money, and things like that. So Power City, is Power City on there? I can't remember now. Let's go have a check so I can remind myself. Now, where are we going here? The weight token. Let's have a look here. Just remind myself of all the 8 sacrifices that you can do. Pulsechain, Pulsex, liquid loans, Mintra. I forgot about that one. Genius. That's the one I don't like. Genius there. Hurry Cash. And of course, that is the privacy one. That's the a fork of and of course a fiat there as well, and internet money. So pretty good. They're all pretty good except for the Genius one there, in my view. All right, so cool. That is looking good there, and it's pumped up. That's a pretty nice gain for sure. Now, Pulse Dogecoin, on the other hand, is at $3.16, and of course, we're waiting for its new dual token system. It's going to operate a little differently than pure staking. So it doesn't look like the Pulse Doge itself is going to be staking, but we'll need it for the dual token system, whatever that's going to be, and that could be out pretty soon. So it's currently at $3.15. Remember, it launched at $1, so it's still up pretty nicely, but we will see. Still got higher lows as well, and seems to be defending this $3 mark around approximately as well. So we'll be watching that one. I kind of think that will be the next play once we get that announcement. Probably be too late though. By the time it comes out, it's going to probably go up pretty quickly there. Let's look at the wildcards. The wildcards have also been doing well for the most part. Particularly, we look like we talked about having a breakout on PZen. This is by Conrad Zen there. And this has some of these have taxes in them. That's kind of how they're working. And it looks like we have got a bit of a breakout going. And we're currently at 74 hundredths of 1 cent. So heading up towards 1 cent. I think it's going to probably try and make a play for that at least. So there we go. It's got higher lows, got a nice upward trend there. Kind of broke through this line here at 0.7 of a penny, and away we go. So let's see if we can get a bit more info on that one. I know that quite a few passionate members of our community are speculating on this one, like Pulsebator and who's the other one I was talking about the last time? Stressful Struggle. We're out on as well. So cool. I did go and watch PCN's video recently. Seemed okay. But like I say, it is speculative. All these are speculative. They're all people that in the team that have found it. I'm going to add Silvertooth ones when he launches his. I'm not sure when that is, but I'll have to try and get updated on that. And maybe it's already out there. I don't know. So we're currently on Dodeca there at 47 cents. It's actually had a pretty good day in the office. I mean, it's been up around 50 cents here, but as I suspect, it's probably going to zigzag here for a while. Try and keep it up and then start going down. We'll watch it. It does buy Hex. If you've got 369 Dodeca, it does buy Hex. But once again, if the growth stops, people stop engaging, the growth community slows down, then it's likely to wind down, and the volume that gets traded gets less and less and less. So you get X and less X, sort of feeds on itself on the downward spiral. We'll see. So far, it's holding up at 46 cents. More token there, Trayvon's one, currently at $1.18, and they actually had a nice big run up to $1.38 from 85, which is a pretty good run, but back down to $1.18 there. All right, cool. That's some of the wildcards. Woohoo! Rock on. And the market actually holding up pretty well at this stage. But of course, after the 15th, we're going to move into volatile. We thought it's volatile now. We're going to probably get even more volatile after the 15th. We've got the inflation numbers coming out, and then on the 21st, we've got the Fed interest rate rise, which I think is probably going to lock in the 75 basis points. I actually think it might end up in November being a bit softer than people think with the midterms. We will see. Let's see how that plays out. Not sure exact timing there of the meetings. Haven't actually looked at that, but that's food for thought for sure. And maybe we'll get that bottom. Maybe we'll get that bottom somewhere between late September, October, November in the BTC market. Obviously, assuming the economies don't spiral down even worse, right? But at the moment, we've had oil ease off a bit there. We've got a few things going on. I won't get too much into that at this stage, but there's lots of things happening there. What else? We've got a couple more comments in the chat there, so let's get into that. It's got a couple more comments. Let's get back into here. We've got Hexodol says accumulate the tokens you like. That's true. For the copies, yeah, everything on these pretty much are going to get copied over the Pulsechain. They're all on Ethereum, so you're going to get copies of those. Weight is over a penny stable. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Hexodol says some whale is DCAing into weight every few hours. I see. Good observation there, Hexodol. Appreciate that. Just popped in to say, hey, listening to in the background. Hey, Brennan, always good to see you listening there. And of course, yield farming like a boss on PulseX is Brennan there. And a like, smash the like. Yeah, definitely smash the like. Hit the subscribe button as well. I'm now a Hedron Maxi, says UFO. You've been converted. Hedron Maxi there. It's a good place to be. It's going to probably do very well, particularly in the lead up to November. And then there might be some profit taking, some serious profit taking after that. We'll see. Bobfish King says, I'm not sure why anyone would burn their Watts' NFTs now. I'm holding for at least 10 years, says Bobfish King. I like it. You will be the last man standing. There, Blobfish King. I like it. Katie in house with the Ducks. Bob Wells says 14 watts is gone already. Actually, it's more than that. It's not 63 to, what did we say it was? 63. I'm pretty sure it was more than that now. What did I say the number was? 40. I can't remember now. Bob Wells says Dipcatch is going live tomorrow to build his new Diamond Hands protocol. I know it's going to be epic, so stay tuned for that. Pulse Unity says probably everybody heard the 2-hour Twitter spaces I did with Pep. Nice one there, Pulse Unity. Feel free to post that in the Discord there, Pulse Unity under new tokens. You can post that link. I'll leave that one there. Bob Wells says I'm still waiting. Yeah, Jay waiting, says Bob. Power City isn't on it because it's still ongoing. Yep. I'm still staking. Yeah. The deck are doing good if you bought dips, says James. That's true. But James, you speak later. Wait, doing good if you bought the bottom last week, says James. That's true. Well, we talked about that, right? Talked about it being 0.5%, that it may have been a good pickup at 0.5% last week. DB says I bought more Hex at 3.8 range. Well done, DB. I've got to do a bow down for that. That is a true Hex skin right there. Is that what sort of? I don't know what sort of bow down that was. That was pretty bad. I almost lost control myself. All right, so we got Maxi at 8.6 cents there. Let me go back to the Hex charts. We're going to jump out of all this here. Now, I'm not sure if there's any more Maximus news there, but pretty cool. Let's jump out of there. We'll keep that one open. Jump out of there. And where's the quad charts? Have I lost the quad charts? Yeah, I have. So we're going to go into there. Let's go back to the Hex charts. And let's get a bit of a move on. The market's moved here. Let's get some people buying Hex. Let's get some Maxi moving on there. Now, obviously, people, the Diamond Hands is going to help people go into Perpetuals. And, of course, that should hopefully get some buying flowing into Hex in the next 2 weeks. Obviously, it looks like it's going to be in the last couple of days. So 26, 27, something like that. We might get a bit of a move on, and that if it hasn't already moved by then. 8.6 cents on Maxi. And what else we got there? And we got Hedron at 3,900. Sorry, I wasn't trying to do that. I was just trying to make it a full screen, get rid of the RSI. And we got Acosa at $1.22. Very cool. Let's get back into some of the comments there. UFO says, wait, could easily do a 10x from here. I think you might be right, UFO. That's what I was thinking myself. Keep an eye on it, Superman, and quote me on it later. Yes, UFO. I kind of feel that it possibly could do that. Now it's got to 1 cent. If it can get some more buyer support. Obviously, Hexodl said that there's a whale been buying in. Now it needs to obviously encourage other people to jump in after that. But that would be a nice move. Pulse unit, cool. What else there? James Bond says, let's give it a crack, see what happens. Yep. You gotta love free tokens that do well, says Bob. That's true. That's true. Now, apparently, the Pulse police have signed off on that one, right? So the old weight token claim. So cool. Man, I need to get my Telegram back because it's been a long time I've been off Telegram. It's my favorite site apart from the spammers, which I hate. But it's my favorite platform in the sense of it's very easy to use in your privacy. You can sort of say whatever you want. It's pretty good like that. DB, me too, says Wookie. All right, cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed that launch announcement from Dipcatcher and Goldkey. I thought it was pretty epic. It was certainly perfect timing after a week of having it launched. Very well played. This guy's really good at their gamification and put it into Decimus. Yes, says Wookie. Yeah, the highest APY there on the old Decimus. It is a wise decision. And of course, if you're playing the short game or the long game for these ownership tokens, then obviously the higher premium one is the one to play. And it looks like the market is telling you that too. 50.9 million in there at the moment. And of course, I think we're going to easily get the 150 on that. Now, the question is with the new incentive token, with the new perpetual diamond hand staking, encouraging this to get higher too. We will see. All right, cool. I think that's probably it at this stage. Let's check out some of the action in the old ecosystem there. Richard Hart, see if he's been saying much. He's been pretty quiet, relatively speaking, after his keynote speech, that is. Else he's doing, yeah, nothing new in there. We're waiting for liquid loans, right? Liquid loans was supposed to be out with their DAP. Man, they've taken a long to the 12th of September now. They have taken a while. Now they said they probably wouldn't be out by the end of August, but probably the early September. But they are quite behind at the moment on the DAP. So we want to play around with that on Pulsechain. So yeah, we'll just wait patiently for that. Now they have got Hexicat's been doing his. Obviously, Hexicat joined, and he's been doing his what do you call it? Podcasts. He's done 2 now, from the looks of it. Where's his first one here? Episode 1 of Hexicat Chat's podcast with Randy Alaski in 2 hours. So that was cool. Randy Alaski hit the 5 for 5 club. Was it 2 days ago, I think? And then the second one, episode 2 of Hexicat Chats with Brandon from Rags to Riches. So he's coming out there with some alpha content creators there. So nice work there from Hexicat. Hexicat Chats here. So let us know in the chat there if you've actually listened to these, because I haven't myself. But let me know if you have. We'll give some love to that and spread that around. So we'll go ahead that one there too. I've done that one already, so it's cool. All right, so cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That's pretty much there. Waiting for Liquid Loans DAP. If you haven't seen that, it looks like it's going to be pretty good. Debbie says, nice. Yeah, definitely nice. Definitely get your Telegram back, Superman. Yeah, I've got to get it back. Hey, look, I've had a lot of friends on there that I've lost contact with. And that's actually, I won't talk to it. I said that to disclose some things, so leave it there. But we're going to leave that one now. All right, so cool. Let me have a look here. This is what we're looking forward to when Liquid Loans comes. It's going to be pretty neat. Liquid Loans. Let's play that. Bam. Oh, sorry about the mute there. Sorry about the mute. I muted accidentally. Damn it. How long have I been muted for since the video? That's crazy. That's crazy stuff there. Read lips. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry about that, everybody. I do apologize. That is terrible. Sorry about that. Oh man, I remembered to turn it on and I forgot about it. This happened to Crypto 7 yesterday, says Blobfish King. Yeah, unfortunate. It's terrible. All right, cool. All right, for a while. Hey, we're back on. What was I talking about since then? I can't even remember. Hey, anyway, we've hit 700 members, folks, on the site there, so that's cool. And I do apologize about the mute. I'm not even sure what I was talking about up to that point. But hey, that's what happens sometimes. Appreciate that. So we were strong on that one. Anyway, we hit 700 members. Woohoo! So onwards up to the 750 is our next target as we grow. And of course, we're in the bear market. We're in the quiet times. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun when it does happen. All right, cool. Let's get out of there. I do apologize for the mute. Man, I haven't been too bad with that lately. I'm trying to get the two things when you're live streaming is the mute and the what's the other one is the mute and comments, leaving comments over your video, especially when you're doing presentation. And I think generally I got better, but unfortunately I got caught out today. This is the way it goes. It made sense to those who were showing, says Hexodol. Oh, that's like a year. All right, cool. Josie says, must have told Superman to check his mic. Yeah, no, it was actually Hexodol. I saw Hexodol's comment there on the Discord. All good. No worries, mate. Yeah, that's fine. All right, cool. So, anyway, I don't think I said too much in between there. It's hilarious. All right. Damn it. All right, cool. Let's relax now. Let's relax. Let's bring it down. Have you seen that video of that cute little kid telling your mother after an argument with the father, bring it down on the down low. We want it all down on the down low. I love that video. It's so cute. Don't have it up high. We want down low. I'm not being mean, Mummy. I'm not being mean. I just want us to all get together, get along. She's got wisdom beyond her years, that little girl. So yeah, here we are at we got Maxi looking like a little green bump there. Look at that. Woohoo! 8.688 cents in the premium over Hex, like a boss. And I'm really looking forward to see where this could go. We're having some really tremendous results with this. Now I've been giving Maximus pretty solid coverage, and for good reason. Not only is it good product for the investors generally, obviously there's a balance between the team and the perpetuals, but now we've got this, we've also got the mystery box, which we don't know what that will do. But of course, I think we've fairly know what we're probably going to be benevolent, is my guess. Obviously not in financial advice or no expectations, all that. But of course, now we have perpetual staking, which is like we've talked about this before a couple of times. It's great to see it live, and of course, Dipcatch is going to build it out tomorrow, which is going to be so good for the ecosystem. Not only is it good for the investors from that point of view, but of course, it's good for Hex. Hex is getting locked up for a long period of time. We saw that HSIs are also doing that. This is really good. Now we probably need some of the larger whales, some of the OGs out there from way at the beginning. Some of them could end, they reducing the second. They could play their role in reducing the second lane supply. A lot of them have made a lot, so that's up to them what they're going to do. They're welcome to do what they want, but of course, if they do that, that's even more second lane supply off the market. Or they can go into these products, right? Or they can go into these products and get some extra yields and benefits that way. So that's definitely an option for them too, which is a cool thing about these products. Now, where was I going with this? I was going to go to the Hedron. I was going to go to Hedron. So let's talk about that. We're going to go tokens. I think we're going down to later. I think it's I haven't actually checked on the Icosa one there. I don't think Hedron here. I think we go to Hedron. I think it's got a few stats on here. We'll go up here. Now it's only updated to 29th of August, so I'm not sure why it's not quite updated through into September. But it's got minted Hedron at 52 million, minted including source address at 100 million, and minted minus burn at 49.2 million trillion Hedron. Sorry. So that's what it's got there at the moment. But then what I want to look at was the HSIs. This is just the end of August, so it's missing quite a bit of stuff there, the last 2 weeks. HSIs started, they've got the top here, it's got 13,175, ended 336, tokenized 6,000, untokenized 4,771, and sold 4,604. So it's hard to break down some of that data but the amount of hit that HSI is going through, pretty good. And it's got the wallets there with HSIs, 4,500 wallets with Hedron, 28,874 at the end of August. And then the HSI stake count there obviously jumped up massively with the launch of Icosa. So it's kind of that. I wish I had a bit more data on that one. I know we can go to a couple other sites, but yeah, it'd be cool if it had a few more. Let's go back here. I'm not sure what the Icosa one actually has in the data flow. Have a look at this one. Yeah, nothing in that one on Icosa. Anything else of interest here? I've got the Maximus here. I haven't actually looked at that either. So we'll quick look and see what they've got in there. Nothing there, just the price that I can see. Yeah, just the price. So nothing interesting there. So that's pretty cool. We're going to jump out of there. And of course, yeah, looking good here. 2.14 premium for Maximus. And of course, 4 cents for Hex. Man, you could imagine if we get Hex on the move on, what's going to happen to the rest of these assets. That's going to be crazy, man. Crazy good. And of course, Hedron there at 3,932. Icosa at $1.22 at the moment. Let's jump over to. I wanted to go to check on one of those devs that does all the does the modeling there. Dev Huey on the Hedron Icosa. Yeah, so he posted something 24 hours ago about 12 watts NFTs, 3,000 endpoints there being burnt. And you can see the dollar amount of burning there. So we had a big day in the office there. So cool. Maybe that's that 12 that you're referring to earlier. All right, cool. That is the numbers. And we're going to keep watching this go up. The Maximus there is going to keep going up to the right. And we're going to have fun following its journey. Now, obviously, we want to see what the big whale is going to do. We've had 3 move. We've already seen that 3 of them move over $1 million. What are all these other ones going to do? We've got 2 weeks to play it out. Obviously, with the diamond hands, going to entice probably some more people into that. And hey, look, it could be particularly lucrative with the mystery box. If the mystery box does end up dropping, obviously there's going to be potentially other products coming in the future. And maybe there's something different as well. We will find out from the team. They're pretty creative and innovative. Maybe there's some interactions, like say with the Icosa or something. It could be fun to watch that. And of course, at the moment, it is going up and up and up. We're going to keep watching this over the next 2 weeks or so as we get higher and higher. 88 million as we head towards 100 mil. That's a kind of a next target, I think. And I'd really like to see that the diamond hands increase the amount that's going into base, trio, and lucky, particularly because you'll be able to capture any rewards going in to the diamond hands for these, right? So that could make these far more enticing for these. So stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's see who else. We've got a few more people in the chat there. A few more people watching now. I think we're up to 42 or something. Brennan says, I thought the stream had ended. Then I looked on the screen, says, Brennan, yeah, apologize for that, man. All love, says A1. Thanks, man. I thought the stream was winding up and hit the emoji, says Blobfish King. That's funny. Rothgar, you guys are funny, man. That's classic. All right, it had not ended. We're ending up soon, though, but it had not ended on this one. All right, that's where we are. We're chilling out. I think that's kind of it at the moment. We're going to close out of there too. The market's holding up pretty well. I think we're kind of lucky to be in the spot at this stage. Let's see if we get a bit of an ETH surge though. Maybe up to 2K. Let's see if we can get up there before the merge. Get a second wave on that one. Still not quite up there on a second wave. BTC's moved right. It moved up to 22. Normally the altcoins kind of move up after that. Let's actually look at altcoin. Have I got the altcoin season index? Let's have a quick look at that. See how that's going. Haven't looked at this for a little while. It's altcoin season. Yay! It's altcoin season, everybody. It's altcoin season. That's on the altcoin season there on the quarter, like 3 monthly. We're at 90. That's altcoin season. It's been a while since I checked this actually. But we're strongly in altcoin season now. Yeah, Bitcoin had it move. We're definitely in altcoin season. Let's have a look at the month. We're not in altcoin season, but we are definitely over the quarter. The year, we're not in altcoin season. Yeah, it's not altcoin season, but on the quarterly, it's altcoin season. Yay! That's pretty cool. It's made up of these ones, by the way. There's BTC in black and the red there, so it's definitely altcoin season. These guys are all pumping. That's pretty crazy. All right, cool. Nice to be in altcoin season. 21.84. I think BTC is going to make another run, guys. I think it's going to make another run for 22. Bring on a 24. Bring on 24. Let's see. I think it's kind of going to try and make another run there. Really, lol, says James. Really? All right, cool. Well done, man. 700 people. That was awesome. 700 people on the channel there. Awesome stuff. Hey, we're going to wrap up now. 110 minutes. 1 hour, sorry, 1 hour and 10 minutes. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. If you want to join, hit the join button. We've got Pulsechain, Hexkins, Rich Art Club. Get into our Discord, folks. We're on to upwards to next to 750. And hey, the one thing that about we're trying to do is be consistent. The other thing, of course, is if you like good information and good community, get into Discord. Those are some of the principles we have. And we have some cool moderators, although none of them are on at the moment. I'm the only moderator at the moment. I think it's time to appoint another moderator. So we're probably looking at someone who wants to be a moderator there. We'll have a look. So cool. All right, very nice. All right, where Katie says 700 members. Yes, yeah. Michael Saylor buying. Yeah, well, they were raising what's it, 500 million was it to buy some more to cover corporate costs and buy BTC. But I think other people are buying there too, James. I think other people are buying as well. The short squeeze says UFO. That could be there too. Could be the short squeeze. Give me some else, baby, says UFO. That's true. Wookie was going to merge the in-stream. Yes, that's funny, Wookie. 700k members. That's a good place to finish, man. Very good place. Let's wrap it up here. I will catch you guys tomorrow. I've got another video in the Pulsechain series, video number 6 coming out tonight in about 5 hours time as well. They're always about 5 hours apart. A Hex Hodl will like that. Anyway, but it's going to be fun. All right, take care, everybody. Enjoy yourself. Let's play out some fun here. We're only at hour and 10, so we're going to play out some. We'll play out the Richard Hart live feed for those who haven't seen it. I've got heaps of videos here, but we're going to play out that one. We'll play out Pumpamentals first. Let's get into Richard's Pumpamentals. 10,000x. Who knows? But we're going to find out on the Richard Hart. It's part of my upcoming video, so I don't want to talk about that yet. All right, the price there. Let's get into it. That's not the one there. Let's get into this Pumpamentals. Pretty cool. Peace out, everybody. Take care.
World's largest free airdrop. Let's do it. If you guys have any coins on Ethereum, ERC20s, Hex stakes, Ethereum itself, you're going to get a free copy of all that on a chain I created called the Pulsechain. You go play around the testnet right now. Go play with your coins. Pulsechain.com. Awesome. It's going to help get the Ethereum fees down. It's got higher throughput. It's deflationary. It burns 25% or more of the fees. There's no inflation. It never mints new coins. And it's going to be the world's largest free airdrop. So people love free money, and they don't like high fees. And this addresses all those issues. It's really cool.
So I put 10,000 into it early, super early. I bought the rumor, right?
Right.
What kind of return?
I never speak about. I'm very careful as a founder. Elon Musk isn't, so he gets sued by the SEC all the time. Right. I don't have a security. There is no critical managerial entrepreneurial effort. There is no pool into which people put money with the expectation of profits away from the work of others. This is very specific legal language I'm using to show you that Hex removes the risk of securities. There is no middleman that can screw you. You always mint your own rewards. You always perform your own labor. You are the network. You are the effort. And so I'm very careful to make price predictions. And I almost never make them. I do them for Bitcoin. I do them for Ethereum. But in Hex, I almost never make them. And it's also harder to predict Hex, to tell you the truth, because it's such, the price moves around so much. Right. It's harder to predict. So Bitcoin did 690 million%, which is a 690,000x. It did. Ethereum did about 20,000x. It went from 31 cents at the crowd sale on average. You could have bought it earlier and got it lower, or you could have bought the dip on Kraken when it went to like 15 cents. Now it's $1,600. Was 5,000. So it did probably 20,000x. Hex did a 10,000x. I can list you a lot of other coins that did a lot of X's. In cryptocurrency, doing a lot of X's is very possible. And so could Pulse do the same 10,000x that Hex did in the same time frame, or possibly even quicker? Yes, it could. The likelihood of that event, I don't know. And that's an important number. I'm a smart dude, but I can't predict the future.
Just like you just said earlier.
Right. Yeah. So could it do a 10,000x in 620 days, 623 days? Sure, it could. That's what Hex did. So when I invented Hex, I wanted it to outperform Ethereum, and Ethereum had done a 14,000x in 2.5 years, is what it did. It went from 31 cents to $1,400, maybe $1,500, depending on what exchange you're using. And it did that over 2.5 years. And I said, well, we've got better game theory. I coined the term Pumpamentals. I don't use that term as often because people are, don't think it's as funny as they once did. And so like we beat that target. And now, you know, I look at the Pulsechain chat room, there's 60,000 people in it. I look at the Hex chat room, there's only 40,000 people in it. And Hex has been around for years.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think Pulsechain has a lot of really strong advantages in that it's easier to understand. Yeah, it's Ethereum, but it's faster, higher throughput, cheaper, and the world's largest free airdrop. And it saves the environment. Like,
no brainer.
no brainer. Right. Like, it's a
This
no-brainer.
coin does something. This thing does something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen, before I lead it to, I'll ask you two. Number one, do you think Ethereum 2.0 goes, actually happens? And when it happens, does it go ahead and dock and go off without a hitch? Or will you see problems?
Software takes a long time, and software sometimes has bugs.
But we're okay with waiting, right? I'm okay with waiting.
I'm okay with waiting. I mean, look, I'd like Pulsechain to launch before it, but truthfully, it really doesn't matter whether Pulsechain launches before it or not, because it doesn't affect the gas fees. Ethereum 2.0 does absolutely nothing to affect the gas price.
Correct.
It does nothing to increase throughput. It is the exact same gas price, homies. And so Pulsechain is there to help get those gas fees down, give everyone the largest free airdrop. And so whether we should beat them to market, but in case we don't, it's fine.
About Pulsechain, what is Pulsechain? When is the launch?
Sure.
A lot of people are asking that.
Yeah, well, Pulsechain is the world's largest free airdrop. We're going to reduce Ethereum's fees by basically doubling their capacity or more. We fork the Ethereum system state so that all of your coins get copied on the new chain for free. You can go play with those coins now if you want. Go to pulsechain.com, go use the testnet. You can go trade those coins for fun right now on the testnet. And we're just waiting for the devs to, you know, improve a few things, higher throughput, more security, and then we can go to mainnet. It's just software's hard, right? If you want truly secure software with perfect flawless operation, it takes a while to get it right, you know. And Hex took a long time to get right, and that's the reason Pulsechain, we've been at it for over a year now, probably longer. We've probably been at it for about a year and a half. And we're close, man. We're so close. If my devs were dumber, we would have already launched. But because my devs are so good, it takes longer because they catch all the things. They're like, hey, you know, this, that. You're like, yeah, you know. So it's to be miraculous because it can reduce the gas fees, which are too high. It can give us higher throughput. It can save the environment.
Yeah.
And it's got better tokenomics. It burns the coins. So 25% of the fees are just burned. And top of VIP 1559 as well, which also does burning. So I'd have to estimate how much extra burning that'll do. And so we've got PulseX, which is our fork of Uniswap, which does fee burning, no inflation, only deflation. We've got Pulsechain, which has deflation only and fee burning in protocol. It's really awesome. Like, we're going to soon have vertical integration. We're going to have Pulsechain consensus network, PulseX trading, Hex value storage. We've got a wallet being built now as a MetaMask replacement. That's nearly complete vertical integration. The only thing that's missing is fiat on-ramps and off-ramps. That's it. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Pulsechain shirt on. Pulsechain ring. So, am I just talking or what? Am I live? I guess I'm just live. Hey, everybody. I hope the weather's nice and cool out there. I hear it's like 106 Fahrenheit and hot. I have been talking to devs a lot recently, and I guess the next thing you're going to see released on PulseX is going to be the limit orders. Works fine in the private testnet. They're just going to push it to the main branch, and like you'll be able to test that soon. And the big thing that we're waiting on is consensus improvements. So because my devs are geniuses, they find bugs other people don't know about. So they know about bugs in BSC that nobody else knows about. They know about bugs in the click consensus mechanism, which Pirelli is based on, that nobody knows about. And so, you know, before we launch mainnet, we want everything to be right. And right now we have a pretty cool opportunity because the Ethereum guys finally got to market with something, or are close to getting to market with something, which is their Ethereum 2.0, which will now, once it happens, just be called Ethereum. They won't be called Ethereum 2. And it doesn't release new coins. You're not going to get a copy of your coins on Ethereum 2. It doesn't improve costs. There's no extra throughput. There's no extra gas limit. There's no extra throughput per second. All it does is reduce issuance rate for Ethereum, which is bullish for all of crypto. You know, Ethereum's got half the market cap of Bitcoin. And if you don't have Ethereum miners dumping the price constantly and enriching power companies and hardware manufacturers at the cost of the environment and the price chart, well, that's great. And that's great for all of crypto. And it's also great for Pulsechain. In my mind, the two most important core concepts for Pulsechain are the Ethereum fees still high? Yes, they are. You know, I was looking earlier today, it's still $3 to send normal Ethereum. It's still, you know, 10 or 12 bucks to do a Uniswap transfer, et cetera. And that's during a bear market where, you know, Ethereum already dropped 85%. Bear markets tend to come to an end. So the last bear market only lasted 365 days. This one is going to last a little bit longer because people decided to destroy their balance sheets and buy a second. They didn't want to do the normal blow off top bubble chart. They wanted to do an extra double bubble. And this double bubble, well, it didn't work. Ethereum's capital liquidated, block, you know, Celsius bankrupt. Michael Saylor, net negative. El Salvador, net negative. Everybody, you know, all those guys losing money left and right. All the people that listen to me, well, they seem to have done much better. Called top of the day. You might have heard that before. So basically, with this merge that's coming up, assuming it goes well, which I hope that it does, they've got a lot of audits. They've done a lot of testing on it. Hope it goes well. It doesn't do anything but help Pulsechain. Fees are still high. Gas limits are still low. No one's building out extra capacity for Ethereum. No one's trying to reduce the Ethereum fees except us. And I guess maybe the ETH2 developers that someday in the future will eventually get around to sharding, which has been a dream of theirs for like as long as Ethereum's existed. I don't know, 6 years. And it's great. So it also helps with our consensus stuff because a lot of stuff the guys did in ETH2 for consensus is useful for us and Pulsechain. And that's the only thing we're really waiting on. So, you know, if you've used the testnet, which I consider to be the best game on the blockchain, hey, you like blockchain games? Guess what, guys? You get copies of all your coins in the pulsechain.com testnet. Go try them out right now. You can trade them back and forth. You can do, you know, it's the same code. So you can do a lot of the same things. And everything else has been really good. Like PulseX, done tons of trades, tons of people doing buy and burns. You know, I've heard nothing but good things about the testnet. So we're basically, because things have taken as long as they have, we're more secure. We're able to improve other projects if we want. Not sure we will. You know, it's just funny. So in my mind, the two things people care about the most in Pulsechain are more coins, more throughput, lower fees. That's the primary value statement. And ETH 2.0 with this merge doesn't give you new coins, doesn't give you lower fees, doesn't give you higher throughput. And so our value proposition is totally clean. I like it. Everything's good. And then the less negative sell pressure on crypto as a whole from removing the miners having to get paid all the time is good for everything. Now, am I bullish on crypto? Not yet. Now remember, Hex ran up 60x versus Bitcoin the first time it dumped from 65K down 55%. So Hex can totally decorrelate from Bitcoin. I think it was kind of bad timing that it looks correlated now because we had our own cycles, right? There were sacrifice phases. There was other things going on in our own cycles. And so I wouldn't be surprised if some point Hex started doing the same things it used to do, which is just overperforming like crazy. We'll see. I don't have a crystal ball. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, do your own research, etc. But I mean, even recently when you saw Bitcoin like break under 20K, which people are really hoping for, they don't like seeing Bitcoin under 20K. And then if you're a technical analyst, there's some things that say like, support becomes resistance. And so, what used to be resistance is support in theory, old 20K top, now 20K quote bottom, but actually didn't hold a 20K bottom at all. Didn't respect that at all. Went down to 17.5, is now sitting at it was interesting. I saw the euro and Bitcoin and the S&P 500 all pumped today. I was like, oh, I wonder if they're correlated. So yeah, I think as long as Grayscale Bitcoin's at a 33% discount, which it is, and they hold 1% of all Bitcoin, and the Ethereum merge might be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. I mean, we see lending people that are borrowing Ethereum for the merge, they're paying like 15% APY to do it. And so, there's some people interested in playing this merge game. And I think traditionally in crypto, buy the rumor, sell the new stuff is pretty common, And so with the risk that Bitcoin dumps due to either just not doing its 85% dump yet, which would put it at, a little bit under 11K, and the 33% discount on Grayscale BTC, which has been consistent. I mean, it's been there for months. And the Mt. Gox coins being released at some point. Those guys suck so bad. Just give us a date, guys. Just give us a date. Let's go. Stop screwing around, The comedy, that whole thing. And then we've got the Bitfinex coins they're trying to sell, which I think is like 94,000 coins or 84,000 coins or something. And then we've got Ross Ulbricht's coins, which I think is like 70,000 coins, somewhere between 54 and 74,000. Can't remember the exact number. I tweeted all these, so you can look these up. So we've got discounted Grayscale Bitcoin, which is 1% of all Bitcoin. We've got Mt. Gox, Bitfinex, and the federal marshals probably selling Ross Ulbricht's coins because he signed off to let them do it to pay his restitution. And then normal cycle dump, right? And then maybe buy the rumor, sell the news for merge. So in my mind, it's the dream bottom would be the Grayscale discount goes away. Some of those free coins that are going to get released by law, like the Japanese ones at Mt. Gox, or going to get dumped as a matter of law, which would be the Ulbricht ones of Silk Road fame. And then it's up in the air whether the Bitfinex ones will really get sold or not. They might get refunded or they might get sold. Who knows? And I think there was 94,000 coins there. You could look it up. So the dream would be those coins get dumped. Bitcoin's deficit to net asset value in Grayscale disappears. And then it does its traditional 11K and pray 85% dump. That's been a nice bottom. And then if they raised interest rates, oh boy, that'd be nice too. Because as long as they keep doing quantitative tightening, QT, it pushes down the stock market pushes down Bitcoin pushes down Ethereum. That's how it goes. And then this next cycle is going to be hilarious because with Pulsechain, look at the situation Bitcoin's in. Is there DeFi in Bitcoin? Comedically, no. Is there high throughput? Is there low fees? Is there a roadmap? Nope. Is there good anonymity? Nope. Now I was just talking to a lawyer today about the Tornado Cash situation. And this, I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice, but he says that, the sanction just addressed USDC, which means it could be the case that you can still use Tornado Cash using the ETH address. And as long as you're using IPFS to access the contract, it seems like it should be okay. But if you mess this up, it's devastating. Don't mess it up. Be very careful. Get your own legal advice. Of the many things in this world that you want to toy with, sanctions are not one of them. The government takes them very, very seriously. So I would get legal advice from a lawyer before I did anything related to sanctions. So yeah, bear markets don't last forever, right? So if our top was, let's check the chart here. Check the chat. So if we call the most recent local top, get on the daily here, in Bitcoin, if we call that November of 2021, and a year out would be, that's November 11th of November 10th of 2021. You know, that's 2 months from now. So if the bear market's only going to last 365 days, that's only 2 months and 4 days from now. Could happen, right? We could dump, make that firm bottom. And everyone else is thinking about this bear market. I'm thinking about the next bull market. As soon as we've got this consensus figured out, and I think we've got a good plan, as soon as this consensus is like executed and fixed on Pulsechain, it's got to be glorious. Imagine launching, imagine all these new people that get to buy a massive dip. So when I got into crypto, I didn't get to buy a massive dip. I got to buy the top. So I bought Bitcoin at 30 and it went down to 2. I was down 93.5% to start. It was like, oh, well, this sucks. Then you just hold. Then it goes up to 1,200, and then it goes down to 200, and then it goes up to 20,000, then it goes down to 3, and then it goes up to 14, then it goes to 4, and then it goes to 69, and then it goes to 17. That's the history. So being able to have so many people, like perhaps the people at this conference, buying at rates that are, 10 times cheaper, like for instance, Hex dipped 95%. Well, golly, that's a good dip. I mean, you could get, if you buy 95% dip, you're getting 20 times the stuff for the same economic energy that a person that had bought previously did. So in theory, that greatly reduces your risk because you're getting so much more stuff. I don't know why in crypto everyone loves to buy tops and sell bottoms, but if you have the opportunity to buy bottoms, like some people bought the big payday dip, well, that was glorious. They did very well on that. Some people bought that $2 dip. I didn't. I just held. But had I been a lot smarter, buying a 90% dip on something that went up another 20,000 fold, yeah, actually went up another 34,500 fold from $2. So it's a lot. It's a lot of extra movement. 34,500 X from the bottom of the dip. That was my introduction to Bitcoin. What else do we got going? I mean, some of you guys may notice there was a US credit card on-ramp available for Hex, which would be buytohex.com. What else? Yeah, really, we're kind of waiting for consensus. That's the majority of what we care about right now. And we also, the documentary's done. So the highest of stakes documentary is complete, and they're just slapping the soundtrack on there now. So it's I hear a 40-piece orchestra. I'm not an expert in orchestras. I'm not, I don't listen to too much orchestral music. I guess we all do if we watch movies, because it's very common in movies. And apparently everyone that's seen it likes it. So I think it's going to be awesome when that comes out. So let's see what next year might look like. Pulsechain, PulseX, Hex on the Ethereum network, Hex on the Pulse network, documentary out, incentive token out. Tell us more about the incentive token. I don't know. People probably provide liquidity to it, and that'll be its claim to fame. What's Dogecoin's claim to fame? As a JPEG. This still seems to be a mechanic that works in crypto. What else? Racking my head here. Oh, yeah, the wallet's coming along. Mr. Wallet developer is still building out the wallet, so that's coming along. Anything else? I think that's all I can think about.